Good afternoon. Now on Sky News with the very latest on the Ukraine situation from the United States. This is Meet the Press from our colleagues at NBC News.
From NBC News in Washington, the longest-running show in television history, this is a special edition of Meet the Press with Chuck Todd.
Good Sunday morning. As the Russian invasion began, Ukraine's President Zelensky said what the world was hearing was the sound of the Iron Curtain falling down and closing Russia from the other civilized world. Vladimir Putin has made it clear he intends to reverse the fall of the Soviet Empire. So will he really stop in Ukraine? Overnight, the Russians continued their heavy bombing of Kyiv and other cities and have moved into Kharkiv, the country's second largest city. But they haven't taken over a city yet. The big story right now is the fierce resistance by Ukrainian fighters led by President Zelensky, who have bloodied the Russians' noses and slowed their advance. Military aid to Ukraine is now pouring in. And late yesterday, the United States and its allies finally moved to cut Russia mostly off from the critical SWIFT banking system. There is a carve-out for Italy and Germany for their energy transactions. There are so many unanswered questions. Will Putin move into former Soviet republics like Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, all of which are now members of NATO? Is NATO ready to confront Russia militarily if he makes that move? What effect, if any, will U.S. sanctions have on Putin's strategy? More importantly, what kind of advice is Putin getting? And is he acting rationally? Is he all there? And most importantly, is a Washington already divided against itself even able to tackle this crisis? In today's special edition of Meet the Press, we have it all covered, from the battlefield to the refugee crisis to Moscow and Washington. And I'm going to begin with our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, who is in the outskirts of Kyiv. And Richard, clearly the story is this Ukrainian resistance and Russia's inability to have a quick invasion and success here in Ukraine. What are you seeing?